In a world infected with anti-Semitism, bigotry, and hate, the Anti-Defamation League leads the call for justice. The rise of Islamic extremism, fueled by anti-Semitism, calls for a strong response. ADL speaks out, demanding democratic leaders protect their citizens and take action to combat discrimination.
It's never again to be silenced when anyone is discriminated, set aside, singled out, prejudiced because of who they are, the color of their skin, what they believe. It's never again.
Overseas and in the United States, ADL stands up for victims of bias, Jewish and Gentile alike, through close partnerships with law enforcement to hold accountable perpetrators of hate crimes.
Your leadership in tracking and exposing domestic and international terrorism threats is invaluable.
Overland Park, Kansas, a gunman kills 3 at the Jewish community campus. ADL helps the FBI to build its case against suspect Frazier Glenn Miller, an avowed white supremacist long known to the ADL. A convert to radical Islam pleads guilty to attempting to blow up the federal courthouse in Springfield, Illinois. An ADL alert allowed the FBI to entrap the plotter before he could act. The FBI director thanks ADL, saying its actions prevented a potentially devastating terrorist attack. On a daily basis, the Anti-Defamation League assists federal, state, and local authorities, providing intelligence that helps prevent and solve hate crimes. In fact, ADL is the nation's leading non-governmental partner with law enforcement. Officers rely upon ADL's authoritative research and extensive tracking of hate groups. The relationship is further strengthened by training for law enforcement. ADL is a partner in programs that train 10,000 officers a year to understand and battle hate crimes and learn counter-terrorism techniques.
Thankful to ADL for putting these types of missions on, because it really is an eye-opener.
ADL also provides security strategies for Jewish institutions, synagogues, schools, community centers to ensure their safety. Victims of anti-Semitism and all forms of prejudice find an advocate and ally in the ADL. People like David Aponte, who was bullied to the point of attempting suicide.
I've had students that have come up and said, I was thinking about committing suicide, but this has helped me to not have those thoughts anymore.
Today, David is an ADL peer trainer helping to prevent bullying. College students can be confronted with anti-Israel protests on campus, some tinged with anti-Semitism. ADL equips students with the skills to effectively respond to anti-Semitism and anti-Israeli bias. The Anti-Defamation League closely monitors anti-Semitism. ADL's Global 100 survey revealed the depth of anti-Jewish sentiment around the globe.
The Global 100 elucidates how deep is this prejudice, how pernicious it is.
Such attitudes make necessary ADL's educational programs that target anti-Semitism and prejudice at its core. The World of Difference anti-bias programs train 50,000 teachers each year who educate 2 million students.
I really have a desire to know about what it was like in the Holocaust, because I've read so many books, but you can never quite grasp it until you really meet someone who's actually been in it.
ADL's Bearing Witness program provides Catholic school educators a strong background in teaching students about anti-Semitism and the Holocaust.
This gives me some more tools in my tool belt for talking about biases and prejudices.
In Israel, ADL builds bonds between Israeli and Arab children.
There are many things the same about us.
Overseas and in the U.S., ADL strives to wipe out bigotry.
The Anti-Defamation League has been a leading voice for freedom and equality.
You have become the conscience of this country.
Anti-Semitism, bigotry, bullying, cyberbullying, discrimination, hate crimes, Holocaust denial, homophobia, neo-Nazism, racism, religious persecution, sexism, terrorism. ADL imagines a world without hate and works each day to make that dream a reality.